Thabazimbi Municipality stalemate. No party wins majority in by-elections.
The troubled Thabazimbi Municipality in Limpopo remains a hung council. No party has managed to receive the 50+1 majority needed to govern alone. Let's speak now to DA Thabazimbi campaign manager Désirée Van Der Walt about this particular result. Désirée, good evening to you and thank you very much. The ANC managing 40% of the vote and you came in second at 16.14%. You happy or disappointed with your performance?
No, I think we are happy. I think we grew with about 2% since the last local election. And of course, any political party would want to have more. You know, we are politicians, and we want to govern on our own. But I am happy. It was a very tough campaign. It was a very short period to campaign under very difficult circumstances, and the weather didn't play along. It is extremely hot in Thabazimbi, but I am overall happy.
Yeah. All right. So managing a 2% growth. Let's look at Ward 11. 80% of the people from that area decided not to turn up. Surely that is a vote of no confidence in all of the parties that contested this election. And in fact, the Democratic Alliance, which always often says that where you govern well.
Well, you are quite correct, but the DA was in a coalition. And we know that when you go to local government elections, just like we did in 2021, you elect a ward councillor. And the first question we should ask is actually, where are the ward councillor of Ward 11 since 2021 up until dissolvement? Because that is the people in the area's first link to government, to local government. It's the ward councillor and the ward committee that councillor must establish. And surely then the issues of service delivery must take into the relevant committees and to council by that ward councillor. So yeah, you govern in a coalition or partnership. We were 12, the ruling party at that stage was 11. We had very bad circumstances, we have a lot of debt, and I'm not looking for any excuses to say why things didn't happen. Things didn't happen in Thabazimbi because the governing party of the time, some of them, and some of the officials, including the previous municipal manager, did not accept democratic outcomes, etc., etc. So I don't want to be a negative campaign runner, and I don't want to be a negative, constituency head.
Yeah.
What we have to do is put the past behind us, make sure that those councillors that were elected and now on the list to be the new government for the people of Thabazimbi and its whole area, which is very, very vast. 12 wards sounds very little, but you won't believe from here in town up to Kromdra is about 90 kilometers. You can travel to Dwaalboom, Amandelbult. Northern is about 40 kilometers. It's in a disastrous state of service delivery. You can go up to the Botswana border, etc., etc. And it's very rural. And our farmers are struggling with the dirt roads because the district municipality don't do their job. And our emergency services can't reach people in the rural areas. So with all of that and major water, electricity, potholes, landfill sites challenges, I truly hope that, like the DA, all other parties have realized after dissolvement that this is not a power grab. This is not a game. This is to put public reps in council as soon as we inaugurated on Monday thus far, who are serious about looking after the people, making the town safe, clean, neat, provide service delivery, which is the duty of local government, so that we can attract investment in our economy and tourism can grow.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a long road ahead and a very difficult one.
You ask a crucial question. Where are the ward councillors at Ward 11. Where was the DA's ward councillor at Ward 11?
Well, I am sorry to say, but the DA was only a ward councillor in Ward 2. In 2016, we had Ward 4 as well. And we just lost that ward with 9 votes because some small parties decided to split the vote. But we will continue to work in Ward 4 because the people are extremely happy that we're bringing Kleinhern back.
Yeah.
And may I say that, you know, every party must take responsibility for their own ward councillors, and so should the Speaker's office, because they have ward committees, and ward committees have access to funding every month for all the meetings they hold with their communities. So every party must be held accountable, and we will see how this council will be constituted, and we will be making sure that those councillors report to the Speaker with factual information on how they delivered services or how they drove the issues of those communities in council. Otherwise, they should not have a right to stipends from council because it's public money.
Désirée, I'm hoping that you will be able to hear the soundbite from the African National Congress in Limpopo. They have been talking post this by-election, and I'd like for you to just listen for a moment, and we'll pick up immediately after. Let's take a listen.
As of now, we can confirm that we are in talks with various parties that will be represented in council. We will listen to anybody that brings reasonable offers. We will engage in accordance with our strength in the council. And out of that engagement, we'll look at what is the best model under the circumstances to take Thabazimbi going forward with.
So, Désirée, there you have it. A coalition government now has to be stitched up. Has the ANC reached out to you or vice versa?
Well, yes, indeed. The ANC has been speaking to my provincial leadership. We will have our federal executive taking a decision on it. It will be based on various things. We're not just going to partner up for the sake of partnering up. And I know a lot of people actually ask whether we will bring a local GNU. Well, it first of all depends what the deals are. And by deals, I don't mean how much power the DA will get from it. It means who are the people involved? Are they skilled enough to do the job? Are they serious about service delivery? Are they expertise to make sure that our budgets run well and is allocated to where it is needed? And of course, we need to partner up with people who have more or less the same values as us. We have learned lessons since 2016 in Limpopo, here in Thabazimbi, as well as Morimoli Mokopong, on coalitions and partnership with various other parties. So yes, my answer is there are negotiations going on. We have a weekend to sort that out, whether we will accept or we might not accept. Because if you're, for example, the rumor from National is that our equitable share will be now sort of stopped or halted, and it will be used to pay back the debts of this municipality, which was inherited many years ago, and that we will now make sure that the debt is paid through the equitable share and that we really can deliver. I know that we have shown that there is hope for people of Limpopo. The ANC, we know, is in their biggest province here, almost 75% since the past national election. But, you know, the gap between the next party and the ANC is huge. And we have proven that there can be other forms of either coalition apology or working partnerships. And that one party should not dominate this province all on its own, especially if there are certain gaps.
Yeah.
So let's look at the people, let's see what's on offer, and let my party's executive tell me what shall we do next. By Monday, its constitution will be sorted out in the local municipality. It will be constituted Monday.
Let me throw this one final question. Your party's leadership at GNU level has been allergic to the inclusion of either the EFF or the MK party to be part of the coalition government, or should we say the government of national unity. Is that something that you think can be negotiated at local level?
Non-negotiable.
Why not?
Well, I think there's a history. There's major differences. We are not here for ourselves. We do not want anything to belong to ourselves. If you're not a servant of the people, you should not be a public representative.
Interesting indeed. Désirée Van Der Walt, thank you very much for your time. She is the Democratic Alliance's Thabazimbi campaign manager.